Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and today I'm checking out Berrymandering, strawberry versus blueberry, or red versus blue. The strategy game for 2 players, sort of on the nose, but literally about cutting a cake and taking turns, cutting slices and trying to figure out how you can get more of your fruit in each slice. Of course, the definition for gerrymandering is on the back of the box because why not? So, yeah, plays them up. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Like I said, 2 players. Pretty light strategy. Impending doom and or corruption aside. Let's open the box and see the sweet, sweet innards. So in the box, you're going to have a set of pieces for blueberry, blue, and you're going to have a set of pieces for strawberry. Wait for it, red. And you're going to have a bunch of double-sided candles. That'll make sense in a moment. Let me just set it up. So for the setup, it's going to be necessary that you take all the tiles, the blue, the reds, the question marks, and flip them over, shuffle them up real well, and then make a 6x6 grid. I don't want to get too political here, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the blue. You would shuffle up the question mark tokens here. Question marks correspond to the question marks placed in the 6x6 grid. And basically what you're doing is you're taking turns. One person is cutting, and the other person is choosing a tetramino shaped piece of cake or dish piece of cake. And obviously what you're trying to do is you want to manipulate things and move things around. So the quadrants that are picked are more likely to have your fruit being the highest number. So let's say the person who was blueberry is the last person to eat cake. So they're going to cut. So cutting means you would go and you would sort of separate all the tiles into sections of 4. So the person who cuts then has to allow the other person to choose the piece of cake that they want. So I'll put that there. Say I group this here. Now, some of these would be fairly obvious. Like some you can just see that there's no way that blueberry would ever have a chance of having more. So like this one is fairly obvious that blueberry would win. This is fairly obvious that strawberry would win. Let's say strawberry picked this one. Obviously, that has more strawberry than blueberry, but you do have to pick one of these to represent. So that's even more for strawberry there, which might not be the greatest thing in the world for blueberry, but you know it goes back and forth. So then this would go out of the game because we already used it. And then the interesting thing is you can't move them around too much because you essentially can't really have like orphan pieces, if that makes sense. You can't have pieces that are just off by themselves. That has to be in 4. Oh, also because that just slice of cake has been selected. Ooh, what am I doing? You would then flip it over. It's no longer something that can be chosen because it's been eaten already. It also means that strawberry would get a candle, and they place a candle there signifying that for the first selection, that slice of cake had more strawberries than blueberries. And the nice thing about this is that we all know that the strawberries and blueberries are going to play by the same set of rules, right? Everybody knows that. So then the strawberry would do the same thing. They would carve up everything into tetramino style shapes. So you can do, like I said, like a square, a line, whatever that one's called. You can do this one. You can do that shape, but then you just have to make sure that you don't leave any piece just sort of hanging out there. They all have to be accounted for, essentially. And they have to go back to the spaces they were in because cake doesn't move. Cake doesn't move around like that. You know, piece of a cake here won't just all of a sudden go over here. It's not in my experience. Like I already showed you how the question marks work, where if you pick one, there are instances where you just don't know. Like if you pick this one, sure, it looks as though there's 3 blueberry, 1 strawberry, and then 2 question marks, but based on what comes out, it could change everything. However, the question mark ones are only 1s and 2s at the most. And as the game continues on, you will both be vying for those candles, and these are double-sided. So, and whoever has the most at the end, of course, playing by the same rules, not watering down the voter right, playing by the same rules would win. And that's pretty much how Berrymandering is played. My final thoughts: I thought it was fun. When I brought it to the table, we did enjoy it, but we did kind of feel like the strategy is a little bit limited. Like there's only so much. It's a small box game, so there's really only so much you can do. Like like I said, it's topical. It's pretty clever, and it does work. I like it. I do kind of feel like just a very limited number of things you can kind of do with this. So I'm really not sure how often it's going to make it to the table, but it is fun. There is something here. Its theming is on the nose, but it works. It's a little bit limited in the replay value, and I do kind of wish that the question marks did more. Only having 1s and 2s. Like I said, there were instances where getting that 2 meant I won and got a candle, which is great. I just wish these altered the game a little bit more than they do. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out more videos. Leave comments, all those good things. And stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Take care. Be blessed.